Hi, beautiful soul, and welcome to the very first episode of Luxora, where we walk through unfiltered journeys while discovering the light in our struggle. I am your host, Ebube Chuku, and today marks the beginning of something real, something special, and something raw. This is the start of our four-part identity series titled Unmasking Me. And today's episode, we'll be diving into a question that echoes in all of us at some point in our lives. The question of who am I? So right now I'm asking you, who are you? When the crowds are gone and the lights is out, the filters are out, and it's just you and your silence. Who is behind that mask? If you've ever looked into the mirror and felt disconnected from the person staring back at you, this is for you. If you have ever stretched yourself to impress or shrunk yourself to fit in only to feel empty, this is also for you. Because today, we begin peeling back the layers and the lies to uncover that which is true. Let's talk about identity crisis. A lot of us have faced it silently. Maybe no one called it that, but you felt it. The inner conflict when you're no longer sure who you are, what matters to you, or where you're going to. It could be seen in statements like, I used to be so sure, but now I am not. I have lost sight of who I am. I don't even recognize myself anymore. Or I have become what others expect me to be, and I have lost myself in the process. Oh, yes, that is what identity crisis feels like. It can be triggered by loss, trauma, by failure, by even success. But here is one truth that no one tells us. Struggling with identity does not make you weak, it makes you human. Let's be honest, we all wear masks. Now, don't get me wrong, not the literal mask, but the emotional, the spiritual, and the social mask that we all put on just to survive, to be accepted, to avoid judgment, and to appear strong even when we are breaking inside. For so many of us, we wear the I am fine mask. And for some of us, it's the perfect Christian mask. And for some of us, it's the unbothered mask, while deep down, we are drowning. The truth is, these masks, they make us feel safe, but over time, we lose our sense of self. Now, let me ask you, what mask are you wearing? The perfectionist mask, always trying to be enough, but never feel like you are. The people pleaser mask, always saying yes to everyone, even when your soul is screaming no. The I've got it all covered mask, even when deep down you're breaking silently. Yes, we all wear these masks to survive, but eventually they suffocate us. But beneath this mask is a person that God has created on purpose, with purpose, and for a purpose. But first of all, you need to unmask. Where did it start from? Maybe it started with a comment like, you're too sensitive, or you're not smart enough, or you're the strong one, don't cry. And so we shape shift. But here's the truth I want to tell you. You're not the role you've been playing. You're more than what you've been performing, and you're not what others have labeled you. So quickly, let's take a look at people in the Bible who had identity crisis at some point in their lives. First of all, Moses. Even when God expressly told him that he was one that was going to lead the children of Israelites from the land of Egypt, he doubted himself. He doubted his abilities. He doubted even his speech. But guess what? God did not give him a resume. He just told him, I will be with you. Now the next example, Gideon. He hid out of fear of the enemies. Well, right while he was hiding, the angel of God came and called him mighty man of valor. He looked around, looking for the person the angel was addressing, but it was him. That was a clear case of someone who didn't even know who he was. But that was a strong man who was meant to lead his people out of slavery, out of bondage. Now, if you can go back memory lane in the Bible, at some point Jesus asked his disciples, Who do men say that I am? That's to tell you that knowing who you are is also vital in fulfilling your purpose here on earth. And like Gideon in the Bible, so many of us have been hiding, and so many are still hiding. But I want to remind you that hiding comes with a cost. And the cost of hiding is that we lose connection over time. Not just with people around us, but with ourselves. To the point that we begin to ask questions like, why don't I feel real anymore? Why do I feel empty even when I'm loved by everybody? And why do I feel unseen even when I am visible? This is what this series is about. Unmasking the real you. Not the version that people want or the version you have curated to cope, but the real you. And yes, unmasking begins with the truth. You are not your past. You're not your mistakes. You're not your trauma. You are not who people say you are, but who God says that you are. And that's the journey we're beginning today. It is not a one-time revelation. It's a slow, beautiful unfolding. And it's okay if you don't have all the answers yet. This is because God is not asking you to perform. He is inviting you to become. So here's how we start. Let's keep it simple. First of all, reflect honestly. Ask yourself questions. Question of, what do I believe about myself? And where did this belief come from? Secondly, write it out. Journal your story without filters. Ask yourself question of who you used to be, who you are right now, and who you want to become. Thirdly, you have to pray it through. Ask God to show you who you are in Him. And the last but not the least, speak the truth daily. And I'm going to give you an affirmation to try out. Whenever you wake up in the morning, just say to yourself, I am who God says I am, nothing less and nothing more. So this is just the beginning, and over the next few weeks, we will be diving deep into the layers of identity, how the past shapes us, how lies limit us, and how the process of becoming is worth embracing. And you know what? You don't have to do it alone, because that is why we are here for you. This is Luxora, and your voice matters here. If you've ever walked through an identity struggle, or you've wrestled with the feeling of being enough, I'd love to hear your story. Submit your story via DM on our social media platforms or through our email. The links will be on our description. You can choose to stay anonymous or share your name. Either way, you're safe here. The story might be featured in upcoming episodes because someone out there might need to hear your life. Follow us on our social media platforms at Luxora Officials on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And don't forget, new episodes will be released every second and last Friday of the month. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you get informed when new episodes are released. Until then, keep breathing, keep becoming. I am Ebube Chukwu, and this is Luxora, your journey from struggles into light. Bye.